Hey folks, this is Jadius.
And the space.
Oh my god, and we're in the Wood League, and so are you, and today we've got, or actually in the next few days, we've got something pretty exciting. It's the premiere of the Gosu Gamers King of the Hill, and this is a 7-game series between Huk and MorroW, two players who are quickly becoming rivals. As you can see, Huk psyching out MorroW with his GG. He takes it straight back, and he does
I
not
know,
even want him to have a GG, and
he has some good spelling of the word psych.
I'm pretty
Very
excited.
difficult word to spell, and he spelled it perfectly.
And so we're going to do this whole series over the next few days. This happened recently, about a few days ago. This wrapped up, and so pretty excited. Two of my favorite players, Canadian Huk and MorroW, one of my favorite Terrans, if not my favorite Terran. But pretty excited for this stuff.
JD, quick question for you.
All right, shoot.
Did you notice the mega epic thunderstorm 2 nights ago?
I did. We here in Toronto and over like Ontario and the east coast of Canada suffered a major thunderstorm. I think there was also like hurricanes in New York and stuff like that. It's pretty much the apocalypse as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah, it's weird. I usually don't do this, but I actually got up and I looked out the window and I couldn't see across the street because the rain was so thick. All I could see was white. So then I went downstairs and watched the Weather Network for a little while before going back to bed.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't all going to be destroyed in the middle of the night.
Exactly, yeah, like
Yeah.
if it was a hurricane or something, which, we've never had here, then maybe I would have gone down to the basement or just, I don't know.
I know it was pretty scary, but all we can do in the face of the end times is keep on casting. Just keep on
Absolutely.
casting right on down to the wire. So Huck here,
Like, Huck keeps on harassing up in here.
we got to keep on casting while Huck keeps on harassing. Of course, I hate probe harasses. I can't say it enough. This ranged worker attack, I can't even believe it. But Huck doing it
Well,
to
it's more
great
about the
effect.
regenerating shield, I think.
Oh my
because
God,
you get harassed and then just run away, and then you're full health again.
It's
No,
truly it's truly a double whammy of harassery, and Huck knows it, and he's gonna bring it right up into MorroW's face, and just hate probe harass. But right now, pretty standard stuff I think from both players. Getting this was obviously we're gonna go in order, so this is the game number 1 of the series. So both of these players, I mean, like I said, it's a rivalry. These players know each other, but I don't think any sneaky business is gonna come out right yet.
Yeah, it makes me think, JDS, if we just kept playing and playing more and more often, if, we'd be able to get up to this level. Like, we don't, obviously we don't have, I don't know, I don't have the drive to get that good at StarCraft, right? And
Yeah, I know. Maybe
after a couple thousand games, right?
maybe we could have one of the most legendary rivalries ever known. But for now, it's these guys. These guys have the spotlight, and it's not us. And jeez.
Huck's doing a nice patrol up here by the Zelnaga Tower. I like the patrol. It's far cooler than just standing there.
It's far more a pro, if I could be so bold as to say, patrolling. Doing the patrol dance up by the Zelnaga Watchtower. Far more advanced a tactic as just standing there.
Yeah, and that probe just noticed that the SCV was returning back to base, and now he's heading into the Terran base. So I think he's going to try some sneaky business, perhaps with a pylon, a proxy pylon or something. But who knows? Like here he goes, he's going up the ramp, heading into MorroW's base, and not going to get much done with that.
Yeah, it looks like maybe just a bit of scouting left for Huck. Had a kind of a probe out there in the world, and just figured he would use it to get as much scouting as he could do. Saw the Marauder heading for the Zelnaga Watchtower, so rather than lose it right there, go into the base and see what's what.
Yep, true enough, now there's a Marauder guarding the Zelnaga Tower, choosing not to actually use it, but just standing close to it at the top of the ramp and guarding the tower.
Yeah, I know it's a little weird not activating that tower. Same thing at the top here. MorroW going out with two Marauders and a Marine to the other Zelnaga Watchtower. Now it looks like they're going to come together and have a force of 4 Marauders, 1 Marine going into Huck's base. Huck, meanwhile, has a Sentry, 2 Zealots, and a Stalker ready to go here on the ramp. MorroW
Yeah,
looks
like, I wonder if Huck is going to, force field this ramp or what. Looks like MorroW is now retreating
Yeah, it looks
So
like
there
Morrow
will be
just
no battle yet.
looks like Morrow just wanted to see if the expansion had come out and see if he could do some damage to that expansion. Not willing to go up the Protoss ramp with that amount of forces. It seems like a little bit worried about what's waiting for him at the top.
Now
And
look at this, JDS. Morrow's got quite a fast expansion here. Is this an early expansion for a Terran or what?
I mean, it might be a little early for me, but I'm a terrible expander. I mean, Morrow is very well known for his fast expands. Hasn't been doing it as fast lately. This might be actually a little slow as far as he's concerned, but no, this is pretty standard stuff from Morrow. Pretty required play, I think, for gamers of these caliber. Actually, surprised Huck hasn't done it himself, but this might be problematic for Morrow right here.
I know this this Colossus came out pretty fast, and oh, now this one Marine is going to get trapped behind a force field and murdered. Um, Condolences go to his family.
Yeah, he was 1 day away from retirement, that
That's true.
Marine. He was getting too old for this crap, and now he's dead.
Yeah.
And the Marauder using Marauder using a stim pack there to get away from the Zelnaga watchtower before he himself is melted down. But Morrow's got to know that a big formidable force is just creeping around right near his base, and probably going to try to scatter his forces. Likes to try to get a concave as much as he can. Very good strategy as far as defense goes for any race.
Yeah, another Colossus coming out for Huck now, which will make 3 Colossi. I'd like to see Morrow make some Vikings to counter this, but he's sticking with Marauders and Marines for the time being. Do you think that's going to be enough, JDS?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to guess whether the Protoss is going to make a lot of Colossi or stick with 1 or 2. Morrow doesn't even have a factory yet, so for him to go to Vikings would be a pretty long process. Working on the assumption that Stimpack upgraded Marines and Marauders will be enough right here. Like I said, forming a big line, forming the concave. He thinks that maybe.
It's a pretty weird setup he's got here. It's really spread out. Maybe soon we'll see the merits of this setup, but it looks pretty strange to me.
Well, like I said, rivalry brewing between these two players, and it's got to get into their heads, and making Morrow play very, unlike himself, usually going for major steam tank. Siege tank pushes, in games like this, but does manage to get the Colossi down, but his forces are very, very dwindled at this point, and I think that Huck has enough to push into both of his bases right now, and running the Marines and Lone Marauder away. Looks like maybe Morrow will want to go and do some distraction tactics. But man, he's running them all the way to the to the upper corner of the map. I don't know if Morrow just did that and kind of forgot about those guys. But man, they went on a marathon run all the way to the top of the map, and they're going to serve no use in this battle. But
yeah, I mean, I guess he was hoping maybe Huck had expanded up there or something, and he could hit Huck where he never suspected to be hit, but that was not meant to be. There was nothing for those Marauders, for those Marines and that Marauder to do, and now they're going to come back and I guess face their destiny, which is going to be shredded up by this Colossus, or not. Colossus will run away, try and stay alive, and the Stalkers will have to take care of these Marines.
yeah, Colossus is doing a good job using the force field there to burn down these ramp units. I don't think Morrow has enough to fight this off. He's going to be able to take down the Colossus. Hopefully he has a few more units pumping out. No, it doesn't looks like all the units are kind of low in their production timer right now, and it looks like Huck's going to be able to get reinforcements in, and this is a position I've been in a long, long time. A lot of times trying to just get these units out of my my barracks and do something with them, but it doesn't look good right now, and I suspect that Morrow agrees, and he's not going to stay in this thing too long.
Man, Morrow really got psyched out by Huck's early withdrawal of the GL.
Yeah.
Looks like that cost him the game.
You know, Huck really getting into MorroW's head these days, taking a lot of games from him. When MorroW was seemingly just dominating the scene, Huck came along with his Canadian trickery, and just got into MorroW's head. And this is brewing up into just a terrific rivalry. And it's just like I love, as much as I love MorroW, I love seeing people just totally put off their game plan and trying crazy things and saying, oh no, this won't work because Huck just totally dismantled this. You know, the last 10 times we played. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, like no factory, as you said, no starport, no way to take on those colossi. He focused them down with his marauders and marines, but they're just not fast enough. They just weren't able to take them down fast enough. And by the time the colossus were down, Huck had a way larger of an army and was able to clean up quite easily.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Huck had only made Colossus, then MorroW would be celebrating a victory right now. But unfortunately, Huck decided to make some other units and put them in his armies, such as Zealots and Stalkers and Sentries. I don't know what Huck was thinking, but it was the right idea, and stuck with it, and was able to get into MorroW's head. So we'll see you guys for Game 2. On behalf of myself, Jadius, Baeus, and the Wood League, we thank you for tuning into this Game 1 of a best of 7 Gosu Gamers King of the Hill show match series between MorroW and Huck. Game 1 going to Huck, and we will see you folks next time.